Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's been a while since we've, in the rap community, if you want to call it community, but if you're into rap music, the amount of attention that this guy generates. He'll post something about going to, he will post that he's going to have a video shoot in an area, and thousands of people are there in support, not just to be in the video, but just to see him, you know, and be around him. It's been a while since we had a rapper generate that kind of euphoria, that kind of excitement. And when you watch his videos, it seems like all his videos are the same, in the sense that his energy is like really 110%. And I come from listening to, you know, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Big Daddy Kane, those type of rappers, and I can't remember the amount of energy that this guy brings when he's either shooting a video, the attention he gets on social media, what he says, what he does. He gets a lot of hits, and I mean, you can't say because he's so lyrical that you have to listen to him. No, that's not it. Because I think, if you ask me, I think who can I say is a lot more lyrical than him? Okay. See, I don't want to say his name because a lot of y'all might not agree, but I can't. Well, I won't say the rapper's name that I think is more lyrical than him, but there are other rappers out there that, when I listen to their lyrics, very, very lyrical. And, you know, it makes sense. It has, you know, it goes with the flow of the music. It sounds like Tekashi 6ix9ine is just shouting on the songs and stuff like that, and just bouncing up and down, and he generates a lot of interest. Now, there was a video of, well, there was a couple of videos, people trying to get at him saying, Tekashi saying that you can't ban me from a city, I'm in your city tomorrow, and just a lot of test my gangster, come get me, I can't be touched, or whatever. And then there was a video of him fighting at the airport. Now, was he fighting or was his goons fighting, and he just happened to, like, behind their back, throw a weak punch and, you know, run away, and then come back and punch again, and then run away? He didn't, like, square up with the guy. From what I saw, from the video that I saw, he didn't square up with the guy to have his gangster tested. No squaring up with the guy on a one-on-one, any of that stuff. His goons basically were the ones that was tussling with the guys. It was only 2 guys against, what, he had like 4 or 5 guys with him, Tekashi. So I don't know, but this is what I'll say. And I'll reference this to the Iraq War when Bush was in office, and, you know, just going into Iraq and trying to fight a war where the enemy didn't wear a uniform. So who are you fighting against? You follow what I'm saying? So if your enemy is identified by a do-rag, some form of section where they live, you could go in and attack that enemy because you know where your target is. But Tekashi 6ix9ine, what he's doing is he's telling anybody, bring it, test my gangster. And somebody that might view that, listen to his words, watch the video, listen to his words, say, I'm gonna test this gangster. And he could be out and about and not feel any heat coming from any of the people that's in that venue, and somebody could take him out. Because why? He don't know from which direction it's coming from. He doesn't know who it's coming from. But he's yelling, test my gangster, and, you know, whatever. Now, Biggie Smalls and Tupac, legendary rappers, are no longer with us, not because they challenge people to test their gangster, but just so for the simple fact that for whatever reason, some people had issues with them, whether it could be broad daylight, in public, wherever. If they want to take you out, these criminals don't operate within the law. That's why they call outlaws, because they operate outside the law. And Biggie riding in the car, shot up. Tupac riding in the car, shot up. Now, unless Tekashi 6ix9ine have a bulletproof vehicle, travel with police 24/7, bulletproof vest, or just don't go to places where there's a lot of people, but if he wants to perform, he's gonna have to go and perform. There was a video of a guy performing on stage, got shot on stage. He literally got killed on stage, and the video, it shows it. The guy, a shot is fired, or I think 1 or 2 shots are fired, and the guy gets hit, and he dies right there on stage. Now, if Tekashi 6ix9ine is trying to sign his own death certificate, he could continue on his way by challenging people to come and get him and all of that. And by doing that, promoters at these venues that want to have him perform and pay him to perform, because he's red hot. No, actually, he's white hot. Tekashi is white hot. He is right now New York's representative when it comes to hip-hop, whether you like it or not. He is that guy that is representing New York right now. And because of the buzz and because of the attention that he's getting, his price to perform at a lot of these places is top dollar. And if he cares about generating an income for his family, himself, and things like that, what he needs to do is stop sabotaging his ability to make money, because that's what he's doing. Because if I was a promoter and I wanted him to perform because I know he's gonna draw, you know, a big crowd, I may think twice because of the insurance that's probably gonna have to be paid to the venue. Just the idea that, you know, the negative publicity that he brings into a venue. I mean, like, who wants that headache? So where he could probably be booked for 10 shows a month, he may only get 4 out of the 10 because they're canceling. Or they may not even consider having him, where at one point they probably was considering having him perform, or now thinking twice and saying, you know what, it's not worth the headache. I don't know. Now, let's take Kendrick Lamar, for example. I said I wasn't going to name an artist, but Kendrick Lamar, I think, is a lot more lyrical than he is. Kendrick Lamar, if they wanted to pack a venue, they'd probably go with Kendrick Lamar, because he's not running around telling people on social media to test his gangster and all this other crazy stuff. And if he announced that he's having a video shoot in Harlem right now, I don't know if he'll generate the amount of people that Tekashi 6ix9ine would generate, but he will have some people out there. And if he wanted to perform and a club promoter wanted to make some money, Kendrick Lamar would probably be picked over Tekashi 6ix9ine, even though Tekashi 6ix9ine will sell it out faster, and they will definitely be able to bump up the ticket prices. But because Tekashi 6ix9ine is right now as popular as he is, as, you know, big as he is, who wants that headache? Because if he gets shot on stage, or a fight breaks out and the venue gets shut down, that promoter's going to take a loss. Plain and simple. So I just hope that at some point he can actually have some people that is actually in his circle kind of like tell him to fall back just a little bit in certain areas, because again, his music is not my kind of rap music. Again, Big Pun, those are lyricists. Big Pun lyricists, Big Daddy Kane lyricists, Biggie lyricists, Method Man lyricists. These guys are lyricists, and Tekashi right now is shouting on the radio, or shouting on his over his tracks and stuff like that, yelling and screaming, and it has an allure. It has something about it that gets you to listen and bump his music. And the two songs that I bump in my car right now, I enjoy the video, and it's because of his energy, not because he's some lyricist. But Tekashi is hot, and I would hate to see somebody take him out. I would hate to see him get beat up. I would just hate to see him have to endure somebody robbing him, or that stuff, because he wants his gangster tested. I don't know anybody who gets into rap music to have people challenge them on their gangster. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the attraction is with being tested. Maybe being tested is a way to solidify your gangster. But if you're getting into the rap industry, or if you're making rap music, it should be about the music. It should be about performing for your fans, putting on a great show, and capitalizing on your fame at the time that you're able to capitalize on it. Why add the negativity, the street element to it, when you don't have to? I don't know. He's going to different states, having people talking about, we're gonna get you when we see you come to the state. I don't know. I find it very stubborn. I want to come get me, and then go to a city that I'm familiar with, a city that I don't live in, to go perform when the promoter could be setting me up. There was a situation, and you can look it up on YouTube. There was a situation where a rapper, I'm not going to name the name, because even though it's documented, I don't want to say anything that might be false or whatever. Even though it's documented, I don't know. But there was a rapper that has something against Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G., and actually paid for a venue and everything, paid to have him come down to perform, and it was to get him in the city and get him in that location to murder him. Now, some people with deep pockets may be feeling some kind of way and may do that to Tekashi 6ix9ine. I would hope that would never happen, and I would hope that anybody who have the means of doing something like that don't do that to him or anybody else. But people with deep pockets that want to have somebody beat up, robbed, or shamed, or embarrassed, or even killed would put together a little venue or something like that. Tell a person, come on down, we want you to perform on this date and time. Come down there just to embarrass them by getting them slapped up, beat up, or even murdered. It would be unfortunate, but again, when you put statements out there to test my gangster, I can't be touched and stuff like that, people, real gangsters, real hood street guys will say, you know what, we're gonna have to slap him around and really shut him up. Or him putting the red bandana on, I guess representing Bloods, some Bloods might be embarrassed by how he's bringing attention to the gang. I don't know. There may be some Bloods that be like, yo, I don't remember us jumping you in or putting you on or any of that stuff. It might be feeling some kind of way, might want to approach him and be like, yo, who put you on? Anything. And as tough as you may be, you can't fight three people at the same time. As tough as you might be, if you're fighting two guys and one happen to have a knife and decides to poke you, I don't know. I just think that this Tekashi 6ix9ine, as crazy as things are right now, with his music dropping, people excited to see him performing in the streets, making videos and doing all of this, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.